Good morning, Modern Steaders. It's another nice chilly 60-degree out morning this morning, and it is foggy. Look at that on the homestead. It's gonna be in the 90s again today, guys. Another warm one. Good morning, Maverick. Where's Goose? Huh? You guys keep swapping who's in and who's out? Let's go over this way. Hey, Maverick. You guys are like a mirror reflection of each other. Here, ready, duck. There you go. Good morning, Figaro. Now, he's already been in the house and had breakfast this morning. Came back out. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to eat the pig grain.
Good morning. Come on. Here you go.
You're not even covered in shavings this morning, Buttercup. You weren't rolling around last night.
Maybe she brushed off already.
Looks like you already brushed her.
I have not.
I haven't got the pig grain out yet, Figaro.
I've seen signs of a mouse. You need to be... What's the matter? You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job.
We gotta get another cat for the homestead?
No.
No. You waiting for me? Hey, let me get over there first. Watch your noggin. You all done there, Buttercup? Ready to go out?
She's ready.
She's ready.
My goodness.
That sun bright.
Right in my eyes.
Ready to go out to the pasture and give everybody alfalfa pellets, Buttercup. Come on, this way. There you go. I see a lot of tail twitching going on. Think she's in heat. She wants to go see the boys. Nope, you can't see the boys yet. Come on. Ivy's waiting for you. Good morning, girls. Good morning, Hope. Blossom, you coming out? Come on, girl. Let's go there. Nora. I gotta go first, and if I stop, they stop. I hear little pitter-patters. There's Nora waiting to put her head in the scoop. All right. We've been getting a lot of people asking how come we're not giving the goats hay in the hay feeder right now. They have plenty of grass on pasture, and we want them to eat this. If we gave them the hay, they'd probably just stay over there and eat the hay, and this pasture grass is actually healthier for them to eat. So once this grass slows up growing, we'll stop putting hay out. And even in the morning when I give them alfalfa pellets, they don't need that with this nice grass, but I just give it to them as a little treat. What, did you fall back asleep in the barn? She's been the last one out to the feeder lately. Blossom and Buttercup used to be best buds. Now Buttercup having Ivy. Their roles have switched up a little bit. Good morning, girls. Hope you still got some mud puddles left over there you can play in today. It's gonna be another steamy one. Oh yeah, it's nice and muddy still over here. You gotta keep your dish flipped over. There you go. The fog hasn't burnt off yet. It's working on it. I got the phone call yesterday. The delivery is scheduled for all of our building material to get dropped off, so pretty soon we'll be looking forward to that video. All done there, Willow?
She's all done.
I think Willow's either in heat or getting ready to go into heat.
I was going to ask if she's in heat too.
Yep. When the weather starts cooling off at night, the goats start getting more into their heat cycles. And then they start giving us less milk when they start doing that too. Good morning, Hope. I think Maggie's going in heat too. They all want to go visit the breeding bucks. It's too early to bring them to the breeding bucks, because if we bring them to the breeding bucks right now, they'll be having their babies in winter. And it wouldn't be a good thing to have babies here in the wintertime when we're like 20 below zero.
No, this is all I got.
That's all you got from Willow?
Yep.
It might be time to stop milking her. Good morning, meat birds. How you doing? They're all doing really good. I'm liking that. So my question is there a chick under here? Yep, usually there's always a chicken stuck under there. Ah. There you go. You eat that one up today and we'll fill it up again for you. They're just about ready to go out on pasture. The greenhouse is jamming and we gotta start harvesting some of our beets today. We can get them canned and put up for storage for this winter. We're gonna be making pickled beets, but we're not gonna be doing the pickled beets today. Today we're gonna be just canning plain beets in a pressure canner to get them stored so we can keep them out on our shelf. We won't have to freeze them, and they'll be stored and they'll last up to 18 months. It's gonna be a warm one today, so we wanna do as much of the process outside as we can. We're gonna get some water boiling so we can boil our beets and get them nice and softened up so we can get the skins taken off of them. While we have that getting warmed up, I'm gonna go in here and start picking beets. Gina's getting the cans inside the house ready, so when everything's ready, we'll have a good flow going. In here we have our cylinder beets that we grew. They grow long and narrow, so they're perfect for slicing. These are the beets we're gonna be using today. Look at these things, they're beautiful.
Are you only picking certain ones?
I'm trying to pick the biggest ones for now. And then we'll see what we have and go back.
Did you? That one is huge.
I know.
Was it sticking out of the ground like that?
Yep. There's like two really big ones.
Oh, that's not as big as this one though.
No, but that's a nice one.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but
We've had really good luck growing our beets in clumps this year. They're in clumps of 2 to 4 beets per clump, and then we pick the bigger ones. Leave the smaller ones behind to grow bigger. Close to a perfect. Look at that, beautiful. Let's see in here. Oh, I got a bigger one right in here. Oh, I had to get one of the small ones, bummer. These two left behind will grow bigger now. So I'll leave it thinned out like this. Do a little weeding while we're here. Some beet greens for us, some beet greens for the animals. And then in here we have some beets that need to get harvested. These are regular beets. We got this one. This one we got let get huge. Be interesting to see how that turns out.
Bring these greens in.
I'll let that one go longer. That one will let go longer. Those are really good for eating right now, like roasting them, but we don't want to can them. And we got two really nice ones right here. We've been harvesting from these clumps all season long. Right here we got a clump of 4. We'll take one. Oh wow. And I'll take all 4 of them. They're actually ready. Take this guy. Let that one stay. I'll take these 2. These ones are ready. We actually have quite the beet harvest.
Look at how big that one
That's a
is.
monster.
Do you think it's gonna taste good?
Well, when we're cutting it up, it might be woody. If it is,
If it
we'll
is,
have to.
let's give it to the pigs.
Yeah. Still have more growing. We've eaten quite a few already this season, and we have more to plant. I bet you almost as many as we got in the basket right here we still have growing in the ground. Olivia was in the garden last night picking carrots. They were delicious.
I was really happy with how nice the carrot looked. And
There's some nice carrots in there.
She said it was good. All right.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. No flight plan, no manual be found. You and I, we're driving in the dark without headlights, trying to find our way. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days. I'll be there with you. I'll be here with
Got a good little beet harvest. Probably have to add more water, but we got it preheated anyways. Look at this thing. Thing's a monster. Some of these beets weren't planted that long ago either.
You shouldn't have worn that shirt.
I know.
I think your pot's big enough.
You don't think it is? It's gotta be close. I think it's gonna be just big enough. That's perfect. Get a little bit more water and we'll be good to go. And get this going. We gotta let it boil for 15 to 20 minutes till the beets are cooked just enough so the skin peels off.
Can't go too far.
Well, you know the greenhouse is warm inside because the vents automatically open. They were closed this morning.
I'm gonna go out hunting.
You going hunting? What are you hunting for?
Hopefully I find nothing, but some tomato hornworms.
Hopefully we got them all yesterday and last night.
Put my glove on because they're gross. And I'm cooking.
I'm gonna say you'll find at least 5. If you didn't see yesterday's video, I'll put a link to that video right here. We came out into the greenhouse and we found we had an infestation of tomato hornworms. So today we're just going around and making sure we got them all.
And they're very camouflaged.
And we did learn that you can use a black light to them at night and they will illuminate. Tonight, or one of the nights coming up, we're going to come out here with a black light and see what we can find.
Do you have a black light?
We do. What I try doing is I try looking for their poop and then I look up to see if I see any worms. And I'm not, so I'm thinking that was old from yesterday.
I tried to knock this stuff off. Found one. If you can find it. This one's easier because it's right there. Right there.
One more. Little bugger. Oh, that's 3 more. Luckily, so far, they've been small ones, so that tells me we got all the big puppas. We just have the little ones left to contend with. It sure does smell like beets. So that skin's ready to come off. Check this big one. Eek. Yep. There's my 15-minute timer. So you know they're ready when the skin, when the outer layer will just rub off. And that's what we want. See that right there? Boom. Change my shirt so I don't get my Figaro shirt covered in beets. And I put gloves on because I don't want purple hands.
Come on.
Nope. You want them to stay warm. You don't want them to cool off completely. So bam, look at that. Beautiful. So when we're cooking the beets in this step, we're not looking to cook them completely. We're looking just to like parboil them so their skin will come off. And then at this stage, we want them to be cooled off enough so we can handle them, but we still want them to be warm. So we're just trying to work quickly and getting everything cleaned up. Look at that. Comes off so nicely. Looks like a cranberry. Curious to see how this big one does. These are usually the harder ones to peel, but that's perfect.
It's like a heart.
About the size of a human heart, probably.
Probably bigger than my heart.
It's all there. When we pressure can these beets, they'll finish cooking the rest of the way. I'll stay out here and I'll finish getting the beets cleaned up.
I'll start filling jars, slice them up, fill them up.
Perfect.
It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days. I'll be there with you. I'll be here with you.
says you can't play with your food? This outdoor kitchen we built probably 4 years ago now. I'll put a link to that playlist right here. But man, we love using the outdoor kitchen for all the messy parts of homesteading. I would not want to be making this beet mess in the kitchen. And it's also nice to keep the heat from this big pot of hot water and water bath canning out here. And then when it comes time to harvest our meat birds and our pigs, we have a nice place outside that's clean with stainless steel and we can do all that stuff. This outdoor kitchen, the only thing we bought was the tin for the roof. We had trusses that we have salvaged from a dump. We had the 6x6 posts and a bunch of pine boards that were rough sawn. And then yeah, we just bought the tin for the walls, the roof, and then all the tables. Alright, that's it for beets. Get this finished up and then we can go inside and see how Gina's making out.
Built a wall around my heart to stop the bleeding. More than amazing for the words that I should have said to you. We'll walk through the fire and the smoke clouds, try to find out.
How's it going in here?
So I decided against the food processor because I think it's going to be too thin and then they're going to get mushy.
It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you.
There you go.
It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. I'll be here with you.
Don't know if you can see the steam coming off the beets or not, but you want them still to be warm when you're slicing them and putting them in the jars.
It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be the coming days, but I'll be there.
Filling the jars with boiling water. I like using the tea kettle because it pours nice.
Cheating.
I am. If we use a measuring cup, I usually make a mess. I don't call it cheating, I just call it working smarter. And it keeps my wife happier at me, because I'm not making such a mess. Right?
I made a mess with the measuring cup the other day.
But it wasn't me.
No,
That's
it
all that
wasn't.
matters. As long as I don't make the mess.
What makes me feel better, it's not just me.
Want to make sure we have all the air bubbles out and that we leave 1 inch of headspace in the jars and that all the beets are underwater. We have 19 pint-sized jars here and that's how many our pressure canner will hold. So this is enough to make 1 batch. Alright, we're going to get these ready to bring outside and we'll set our pressure canner up outside. Alright, I got hot water in this pot. I have our All-American pressure canner here. I got our tray in the bottom. Now I'm going to fill it with 3 inches of water. So this All-American canner is a 921. It'll hold 19 pints or 7 quarts. Watch out, Tanner. Don't want to get you. So then the pressure canner, ours has a mark for an arrow. I'm gonna put it on, twist it, and then we're gonna start with our wing nuts, tightening up at a diagonal. And this will evenly squish the lid on there. Go back. Boom. Now I'm going to get our propane going and get it warmed up. We'll get it up to pressure, and then once it is, we'll come back and we'll put our weight on it. Alright, we're starting to get some steam out, so we need to go 10 psi. We're going to let that sit on there until it starts to jiggle. And we'll watch the pressure build. Alright, we're almost at 10 pounds. I should start jiggling any minute now. Now that that's jiggling, we know it's up to 10 pounds. It's actually at about 11 and a half pounds. I'm going to turn down the propane. You want to keep that at 10 pounds. You want to hear that jiggling between 1 and 4 times every minute. I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. This is the recipe that we're using calls for 30 minutes in the canner. While we let the pressure canner do its thing, let's load the mule up with some beet greens. And we'll bring them down to the pigs and the chickens. Let's go share our bounty with our animals. Nora's the only one out. She's in the bus stop all by herself. That's funny. You ladies interested in some beet greens? Huh? Taking some greens, peachy greens. They seem to be liking their greens. We also got some cooked beets for you. Those are the ends. You want to lick? Gina probably wouldn't appreciate that. Give you the skins. Is that some good stuff or what? You're liking the greens and the beets. Oh, just going to town on the greens. The more greens the pigs eat, the healthier they'll be for us. I like that. Zeke, you want some greens? Come here, dude. Come here. Try some greens. Caleb and Little Man, you inside? What do you think? No? Yes? No? You guys are picky. There you go. I'm gonna stick them over there. If you want them, you can have them. They don't seem to enjoy them like the pigs. You want to try some beet greens? I got some right here for you. I got a treat for you, Willow. Put some there. We'll put some over here. Willow seems to like them. Usually if one of them will eat them, the rest will eat them because they're like, wait a minute, if they like it, I need to eat it too. Willow and Buttercup are really enjoying them. Woo! Buttercup doesn't want little pea getting any. I'll stick some on this side for you two. Nope, Hope didn't care for it. Alright, we'll let you eat in peace. I know you'll eat them. They're pretty bashful when it comes to eating in front of people. I'm not sure why. Alright, that's our timer. So I'm going to shut the propane off. Now I'm going to let this cool until the pressure goes down to 0, and then we'll remove our weight. But we're not taking the weight off until that's done. So we're going to let this sit for a while, and then we'll be back. Alright, now pressure's down to 0. I'm going to take the weight off. Alright, now it's nice and cool. I'm going to open this. I have no pressure in it. Oh yeah. We're going to let these cans of beets cool down for 12 to 24 hours before we put them away. One thing I did notice on the cylindrical beets, they are a lighter purple or red, whatever you want to call them, than our regular beets are a darker red. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's a taste difference or if it's just variation in the pigments. I'm not sure if you guys have ever had that experience before. Leave it in the comments down below. These things look delicious. I can't wait to eat them. It's dark outside right now, so we're gonna go blacklight hunting for tomato hornworms in the greenhouse. That'll be in tomorrow's video if you guys want to see that. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey with us, guys. You're a huge blessing to us in our homestead, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres. Bye.